Fellow Nobel laureates, now is the time for the main event. We all know of JP, is that? No, PJ ORourke. Dyslexia sucks. What about the dyslexic atheist? He doesn't believe in dogs. Anyway, you know PJ for a whole lot of reasons that I don't know PJ. Now, for instance, you know PJ because he wrote such classics as Parliament of Horrors. I know PJ because he worked for National Lampoon and got really drunk with John Belushi. That's how I know PJ. You know him because he wrote such great things as Give War a Chance and Eat the Rich. I know him because he wrote for Playboy. You know him for Peace Kills. You know him for Holidays in Hell. You know him for all these great things. I know him because he wrote for Rolling Stone. He wrote for, most importantly, Car and Driver. And I thought, how possibly can I introduce this crowd to Car and Driver magazine? And it was clear there was only one person who could do so. I am so thrilled that I can introduce our good friend and spiritual leader, PJ ORourke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the barbarians are at the gates. We are besieged by pagan, savage, brutish worshippers of big government. Theirs is not even a golden calf. They've abandoned the gold standard. Once we thought Ronald Reagan had stopped the pillaging hordes. Even the heathen swine Bill Clinton said the era of big government is over. We thought we'd won. We were wrong. They're back. And they want to sacrifice us, all of us, and all of our worldly goods on the blood-drenched altar of politics. These lesser breeds without the law, they bow down to fork-tongued senators, to cloven-hooved congressmen, to a president stinking of progressivist brimstone and crowned with the horns of collectivism. They sell their souls for that mess of pottage that is government. In the blindness of their superstition, they believe the government can heal the sick, raise the dead, make the old feel young, make the young go out and vote. They hate our freedom, and the part of our freedom that they hate most is our material freedom, our free market capitalism. Capitalism defines humanity. I mean, animals don't invest. If a dog has a surplus, he will eat it all and vomit it up, rather than give some of it to another dog in return for shares in the car chasing and the chewing of shoes. Capitalism defines civilization. Those barbarians, they don't raise money with debt and equity. They raise money by stealing, I mean, yes, during the recent boom in subprime mortgage lending, it was kind of hard to tell the difference between debt and equity and stealing, but even so, capitalism is one of the most important inventions of all of human history. If it were not for debt and equity, all of the inventors, all the manufacturers, all the businessmen who have brought prosperity to the free world would have to get their money the way the rest of us do by asking their lives. The freedom haters are bad. With all their lies and all their empty promises. And what do we do about it? What do we do about it? I don't know. Ask John. I'm too stupid to have an answer for this. In fact, I'm probably too stupid to be speaking to you tonight. But in fairness to myself, I'm not just stupid. I am a student of stupidity. I am a political reporter. See, we live in a democracy ruled by the people. 50% of people are below average intelligence. Mathematical fact explains everything about politics. Now, not that we would want to live in a country ruled only by the best and the brightest. That would be too much like being married to Nancy Pelosi, you know? So we have to keep supporting democracy, even when democracy acts up, the way it's done in Russia, the Gaza Strip, Iran, Afghanistan, and right here in America. Now, we have been hearing a lot from angry Republicans lately, blowing their tops, you know, at town hall meetings and tea parties, and being furious that Jimmy Carter is too old to pop him one in the nose. I'm a racist because I'm skeptical about healthcare reform. I'm a racist. Anyway, I understand about angry Republicans. I'm an angry Republican. I'm angry at the Republicans who totally had it coming. I'm sorry. You know? They are Republicans. Republicans are the party that said government doesn't work, and then they got elected and they proved it. You know? The Republican legacy, the scary war, screwed up economy, a public opinion of Congress and the White House, down around Mrs. Elliott Spitzer's opinion of Elliott. You know, I mean, Bush policies. Think about Bush policies. No child left behind. What if they deserve to be left behind? What if they deserve a smack on the behind? You know, I mean, national testing program to test whether kids are what? Stupid? You've got kids. Kids are stupid. You know. Constitutional ban on gay marriages. I mean, I just didn't get it. How about a constitutional ban on first marriages? Now we're talking. Bush's immigration program, fence the border and give a huge boost to the Mexican ladder industry. You know, put the National Guard on the Rio Grande and know that U.S. troops are standing between you and yard care. You know, I mean, Bush said that if illegal immigrants, if they wanted citizenship, they would have to do three things. They'd have to pay taxes, learn English, and work in a meaningful job. Well, Bush didn't meet 2 out of 3 of those qualifications. Everybody talks about Republicans cutting taxes on the rich, down to the point where you think the IRS was costing rich people less than a lottery ticket. Yeah, we got a tax break. You know, we got a tax cut from George Bush. That top tax bracket was lowered from almost 40% way down to about 38%. You know, it only takes about $150,000 a year to get into that 38% category. Now, 150 long is nice money, but it's not Goldman Sachs year-end bonus territory. You know, I mean, here you are, you're doing good, you're working hard, you're making America strong and prosperous. The government is getting 1/3 of your pay. Is the government doing 1/3 of your job? Is the government doing 1/3 of your laundry? I mean, when you go to Hooters, is the government tending bar, making sure that 1 out of 3 margaritas is on the house, you know? I mean, when your spouse is feeling romantic and you're tired, does the government come over to your house and take care of foreplay? Actually, during the Clinton administration, and now we got Barack Obama. Open change. Now, I started my family late. I was 50 before I had my first kid. I have just gotten my youngest one out of diapers. Change is not a good word. In fact, change is just not a good word. You know, change a tire, you better change your ways, change your life, spare change man, you know, and change in a word or more. Change